Hello everybody, my name is 𝚜𝚎𝚊𝚊𝚛ch, and welcome to Draw My Life. I used to live a happy life on my resort, 𝚜𝚎𝚊𝚊𝚛ch Vacation Island. It was paradise, blue skies, perfect water, and a bright smiling sun. Life was good. I owned the island, people loved me, and I loved my occupation. But then, they came. The larva 𝚜𝚎𝚊𝚊𝚛ch, a swarm of crime-loving ugly grubs who wanted my island as their new headquarters. At first, I thought I could reason with their boss at the time, 𝚜𝚎𝚊𝚆 Red Grub, or just Red for short. He wasn't having it, no siree Bob. He wanted the island. Nothing I offered changed his mind. Not my collection of nickels, not my collection of 7 granddads, not even my famous hat! My famous Charlie the Steak hat! He didn't want it! I did what any responsible steak would do. I called the cops. But then I realized the cops were in on it. The government was in on it. They made a deal with the larva 𝚜𝚎𝚊𝚛ch, framed me for their crimes, took my island, and got a cut of the profits. So next thing I know, I'm in court being tried for money laundering of all things, which, how was I to know money laundering wasn't just putting a bag of nickels in a washing machine and putting it on turbo? Also, which I may or may not have done. But in this case, they made it up. My sentence? Lifelong community service, which basically meant public torture at the Charlie the Steak factory. On my last day of freedom, I threw one final party on 𝚜𝚎𝚊𝚆𝚛ch Vacation Island. Many guests showed up. 𝚜𝚎𝚊𝚆, Nice Brainless, Yodeling Kid, Moldy Mario, but there was one that stood out amongst the rest. That's when I met 𝚜𝚎𝚆𝚆𝚆𝚆. He came from another dimension. He was smart, weird, and had this thing about the constant E. But he listened, and he cared. At least, I believe he did. After the party, he opened the portal to a different universe, the Sanrio universe. I decided to sneak into the portal after him, and I was fascinated. This wasn't just any ordinary person. He was able to do things beyond people's comprehension, with ease. I followed him around in this universe, seeing what he does. From the looks of it, he was trying to teach a group of characters about the constant E. They were scared of him and ran away. I can't entirely say I blame them now. He decided that as punishment for refusing to learn about the constant E, he threw these E tiles at some of the characters, making them disappear in some abstract way. I went up to him, and he was surprised to see me. I greeted him with my usual catchphrase, and we instantly hit it off. He began to teach me the power of the constant E. This power, it was nothing I ever felt before. I almost felt nervous to use it. Then one of those characters showed up. I forget what it was. It was probably the small raccoon with the anger issues. And 𝚜𝚎𝚆𝚆𝚆, being the only supportive person in my life at the time, encouraged me to use it. So I did. She was gone. And so was her Netflix series. From there, we exited the Sanrio universe and into his home dimension, the coordinate plane. There, I decided to tell him everything. My situation, my island, the larva, and that's when we made a deal. I help him with his problem, and he helps me with mine. And just like that, he jumped through his E-portal, and next thing I knew, I got my island back! Yeah! Charlie the Steak wins! Woo! I was able to go back on vacation, even if I still had to do my community service. What I didn't know, though, was that 𝚜𝚎𝚆𝚆𝚆 had massacred half the larva 𝚜𝚎𝚊𝚆𝚆 and enslaved 𝚜𝚎𝚆𝚆 Red Grub to make it happen. I didn't question it. I was just happy to have my island back. But peace, doesn't last forever. As part of the deal, I had to help 𝚜𝚎𝚆𝚆𝚆 with his own problem. His plan? The extinction of all omegas. To be honest, I was okay with this. I mean, I didn't care about the world. I still don't. I mean, why care about anyone when everyone is against me? Charlie the Steak! I had nothing to lose from this plan, so I happily went along with it. Later, though, when it came time for me to help 𝚜𝚎𝚆𝚆𝚆 in his own battle, he pulled out 𝚜𝚎𝚆𝚆𝚆 Red Grub, the same guy who stole my island. And I couldn't do it. I refused to fight beside him. So I instinctively sent him away. When I saw the look in Number File's eyes, that cold, numeric rage, I knew I just made the biggest mistake of my life. After the dust had settled, the only thing I saw was his dead body, amongst the rest of the Omegas I was ordered to kill. At this point, I had lost the only person who was by my side. And even if he had made it out alive, he'd probably have killed me. I was at a loss of what to do with my life, and what to do to change it. So I ran. And 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 ran. Mama, I'm a criminal. Mama, I'm a criminal. Huh?